Immersion in other people's stories cultivates empathy. When we are reading or listening to stories being told, provided there is enough tension in the narrative, our brains release cortisol into our blood to help us focus and concentrate, and also oxytocin, the chemical related to care and empathy. Theatre and music have long been arenas in which we examine our moralities and consider our shortcomings, as well as arenas in which we celebrate our virtues. Think of the tragic plays of ancient times. We watch the hero, in denial of their weakness, eventually fall because of their self-blindness. Think of the old folk songs, sagas of betrayal, pride, murder, juicy morality tales, not unlike present-day TV dramas, all with lessons to teach about how best to approach the problem of living a life that encourage us to greater compassion for those whose struggles we recognize. Stories and songs bring us into contact with our best and worst natures. They enable us to locate ourselves in other people's experience, and they increase our compassion. But these things on their own in a vacuum are useless. A story doesn't cultivate empathy just by virtue of its having been thought up. It must be engaged with to become powerful. The story must be read. The song must be listened to in order to acquire its full charge.